Okay, so still part 5, but sectioned part 2, I guess. Now, again, like I've had to say in front of every video, so everything I've shown, as you can see, is on paper. Everything that I show is either been public. Um, I've got proof of everything, in other words. And this is not a hate speech. This is clearing our names from what these people did to us. And again, like I said, if you find this as a hate speech, then it's on you. It really is on you. So anyway, as I said, Tamara told us that Kayla was lying to us, so I asked her for proof. Tamara sent in screenshots of her chat with Kayla, showing another face of Kayla's, but this one was bad. So I spoke to Denny about it. Here is the picture. Hang on, this one doesn't look like it. What number is this? 21. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's back it up a bit. So this is when Kayla agreed to write a complaint letter on the 19th of May. I forgot to show you. Okay, now I can't show you the actual letter because it is private and confidential, that one. So we do have it. I've just blurred out most of it. And what it says is, hey babe, is this okay? And are you able to print it? Mine's out of ink. I don't want Gabby to see it in case Gabby tells her. I said, yes, perfect. I'll print it out in a sec and thank you. Oh, Ian couldn't get the Cadbury. Okay, so that was the food she requested. And then our chat continued. I can blow these up because her letter's not on here. She says, you're welcome, babe, because I said, oh, I've got her brownies last night or whenever it was we went out there. She says, you're welcome, babe, thank you, and no stress, because I thanked her for the letter. And yes, Gabby doesn't go through the emails, but I'll keep it safe and hidden like the other one. She says, you're amazing, and I wasn't sure if she did or not, babe, and just not sure how much I can trust her. So at this stage, I don't know either, but I'll find out after today. So this was when I was still up in the air about Gabby and Tamara plotting their revenge on me. And it says there's one more pic. Oh, yes. So this is where she says, I hope today goes well, babe, and Tamara accepts defeat and leaves us all alone. I said, well, I don't think Anne will let her out without tears. She says, good, ha ha ha. Anyway, so this is the letter. I've just covered it again. I did say to her, I said here, the only part I could block out her name was with pumpkins. I said, because I didn't have anything else to cover it with, and I only had Cranky Pumpkins on my computer at the time. Hang on, what's the next one? Is that the end? Yep, so now we're going into the part that I was talking about. So Tamara told us, oh yes, now we're back down here. So I spoke to Denny about the information Tamara had sent in about Kayla lying. Now, pick 24, yes, we're on 24. All right, so Denny wanted Kayla to send in evidence. All right, so this came through. I'll just blow it up so you can see. This is all information. Now, we're going to have a look at this in a minute. This was on the 3rd. I said she doesn't want to work under us, meaning Kayla. So we were really confused. These are all the messages that came through. We thought, well, what the hell? Anyway, Kayla asked the executives first and then got me to send Kayla an email. So in her executive, she wrote, hi guys, I've been thinking and I believe that we need the following to make a decision and close this case. Whoop. So Tamara's messages to and from with Kayla as she was happy to hand them over. Tamara had no issues doing so. Kayla's message to and from with Tamara, and furthermore, and the police report. Kayla wouldn't respond to us. Kayla would do nothing. She just went silent on us. There was nothing from her. She also said, as something isn't sitting right here with me, Tamara made Kayla sound and look like a liar. My goodness. She did actually, but as you can see, well, as you will see, she's not a liar. Kayla, I'm actually going to stand up for Tamara in this area here and tell you guys that Tamara on this was not a liar and was set on mindset for all, which is not on. Okay, so this is her asking about sending Kayla a message to collect all evidence, right? Alright, so let's get on with these pics, shall we? So this here, I said, okay, is it okay to send Kayla or do you want something added? Ian's writing it. I want to say different. She says, remove the Tamara was sent thing through part, the last sentence. Or social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Viber, Snapchat. Holy hell, I didn't even know there was that many, Snapchat crap out there. And she said, so all social media platforms such as, I just read that. All those chat platforms you're reading off is Snapchat. So everything Tamara sent in was Snapchat. I said the ones that delete messages after 24 hours. And she says, doesn't matter. Let's not make it look nor sound like we know that they have been chatting. And let's see if she proves anything. I'm not sure what that was. And mention text messages too. So she didn't want to mention any text messages. So this here was the email that I sent Kayla requesting all evidence. Police reports. Just so that we could cover her track. Or to see who was the liar and which one needed to obviously be terminated. Okay, so here we go. What number was that? 26. Alright, so 27. She goes, I'm having to think for a minute. I said, all good. She says, I know it's funny. I said, it's funny. I've always said to Kayla to reach out if any issues or problems so we can fix it. Here you go, Blink, just in case you can't see it. So we can fix it. She always said, all is good, babe, and I will, I promise. Okay, now this is what Denny wanted me to say. So, good evening, Kayla. The PNC committee are currently conducting an investigation, and we would much appreciate your cooperation. So she's asking for any correspondence between her and Tamara via text. Alright, the rest of it here. Supply all the correspondence, all the chat forms. What the hell is Viber messages? I've never heard of that, but anyway. She wants the police report here, as you can see. And she's even given a date when to bring it. So, the 7th of August. COB, alright, from the PNC, alright, so that was Denny's request. That's what she wanted me to send to Kayla. And then she says, we don't want her knowing we know. We don't want it to look like we are spreading that Tamara is suspended. We want to put as much of it back on her. We don't want to show her that Tamara is in denial, etc. We need to act like we know nothing at this point. What's your thoughts, guys? I said, well, I absolutely agree and definitely see where you're coming from. I just told Ian. Because Tamara may show to the 29. Yet there is one more picture. Oh. There's here. Just told Ian, she goes, yeah, because Tamara may, because she may show Tamara and then Tamara may take it upon herself to allege that we are the ones starting drama and spreading lies. I said, or sent now to become a two-face and act all normal around her. Just let me know what you think. I think I should say to Tracy, let me know what you think I should say to Tracy as she replied to you. She said she'll have a look, sweet, and she's just across the road. And then she said, I actually can't be fucked with Tracy at the moment. Just send the funds back for fuck's sake. Okay. So Denny's request that an email was to be sent to Kayla asking for her side of proof that what Kayla was saying was true. Kayla never responded. Like I said, she never responded. This had to be the first time we realised Tamara was finally telling us some truth about Kayla, as I said, but I'm just reading the papers as I go. It just helps me remember what I've got to say. Alright, now, Kayla left Canteen on the 8th of June after finishing her job, but saw Tamara's car parked behind hers. She was anxious about walking out to her car. She asked us if we would keep watch to make sure she was safe after the police incident that occurred between them, that Kayla said. So Anne and myself stood behind the gates on the school grounds and kept watch till she drove off. Then we headed home. So this was our chat when here she goes, "Thanks for waiting there. My anxiety went through the roof." I said, that's why we stayed. Just keep and watch. She goes, "I appreciate it so much." I said, "Oh, anytime." And then I sent her something that me and Ian were talking about, so which is nothing to do with here. But then she says, "I love you guys. I really do, and I appreciate all your support, guidance, and backing." You know, I would have still been there for her, backing her all the way. But she chose to be an asshole to us for no fucking reason. And that still upsets me to this day. So whatever happens to her now is on her. I can't change what she's done to us. Anyway, they were the messages she sent to us when she got home. The days built up and Denny's decision on moving Tracy from Canteen. Kayla sent in an email to the P&C requesting to take over Tracy's manager position. Here's Kayla telling Tamara that she told us it needed to be advertised and she doesn't want to do it. So we went through all the hassles, obviously, on sorting things out for her because she was supposedly running the show. And she goes, "I opened yesterday." She says, "Who's in the canteen now?" So Tamara's asking. She says, "I opened yesterday. I have told them it needs to be advertised. I don't want to do it. Happy to keep it open in the interim." Is that right? Yeah. But I don't want to work under them. Tamara says, "No one will." She says, "It's a joke. We are just laughing stock. 5 weeks until Father's Day and nothing's in the works." And I believe that's rewritten again on this side. Yep. She says, "Oh God, yeah, I still have people coming to me going, what the fuck's going on?" She goes, "Yep, it's a joke." She says, "I know people will stop using the canteen once word gets around about Tracy." So Kayla said she didn't want to work under us and that we were just a laughing stock. Well, thanks, Kayla. We love you too. All of us really, were just gobsmacked. So this is what Denny was saying, keep it quiet. So, we don't want her to know that Tamara sent all these in so we could see these faces that Kayla owns. Anyway, so Tamara sent Kayla the suspension letter that the executive sent out to her. So, Kayla. Hang on, Kayla. Yeah, Tamara sent these to Kayla. So, this picture up here is the termination or the suspension letter that the executive sent out to her. Kayla says, "No, babe, it honestly wasn't me. I have no reason to put in a complaint against you." Well, that's not what she said before, was it? She says, "Look at the email I got. I have requested a meeting and CC this person." Now, this person is our principal of the school, which I'm leaving out, and they didn't. And the will have to prove this complaint. Yeah, we certainly did prove this complaint. She says, "I've read the email you just sent through, babe. I promise I haven't put in a complaint." Sorry, complaint against you. She says, look at the email I just got. Hang on, we're just reading that again. She says, I've read the email you've sent through, babe. I promise I didn't put in a complaint against you at all. I'm honestly dumbfounded. Yesterday was the first day I have been at that fucking school. I'm done with this shit. Kayla says, I honestly speechless as I haven't seen you aside from yesterday on school grounds in like 6-7 weeks. Tamara says, yep, I haven't had anything to do with anyone other than you and Tracy and the odd comment on the group chat, but nothing to get that message. Next one. She says, that's exactly why I'm speechless, babe. I don't understand what it is you could have possibly done to warrant this letter, and I don't understand why they are so fixated on you. She goes, no idea, but would love to fucking know. Kayla says, I would too, babe. That is so wrong on so many levels. Of course it is. Okay, Kayla again. Tamara says, boxing gloves are off and it's all in now. I'm seeing red. Never in my life have I had to deal with this shit. I'm beyond done. She says, I don't blame you, babe. This is beyond a joke. Now, this here is the, I think it's the P&C Code of Conduct. These screenshots are too small for us to pull up, but we will get into that anyway as we get along further. She says, I have not breached any of these, so would love to see. Yes, she actually did breach those. One of those breaches that she did was, what was it? Interfering with other parents' workforce, putting in complaints, wrongful complaints. The bullshit she caused on myself alone with Gabby, that was another one. She did so much bullshit it wasn't funny. And this stupid one that she's going around spreading how I'm supposedly going to attack her kids. Now, I'm going to pull up on that one shortly. Well, probably not tonight, but in the next part. Because, yeah, time's getting on. But I will be talking about that, and I'm going to show you why and what that was all about. Anyway. She says, I can't see one thing on there either. She says, I have been at the school a max of 10 times in the last 6 weeks, yesterday being the first day at school ground. I'd love to know what they are going to use, as I haven't received a reply in the last email. Think the cat has their tongue, but I haven't been. No cat's got our tongue. Haven't been. Not sure where we're up to now. Oh yeah, cat got the tongue removed from all the groups. She says, that's so messed up, babe. I honestly don't understand. She says, they keep moving our school principal from the emails as well. She says, are you serious? She goes, yeah. Good job, Kayla. Kayla says, no, you shouldn't. She says, I will never do another thing for the school. She says, I don't blame you, babe. This shouldn't be happening. She says, but it is, and everyone's just standing around, letting it. She says, what can I do, babe? What can I do to help, babe? Because I have no idea how this is even happening. Well, yes, she does, because she bloody sent in a letter. She's part of this. Don't know. She says, but it is anyone's just standing around letting it. Yeah, that one confused me a little bit. What can I do to help? Yeah, that's right, we read that. She goes, no idea. They seem to think I have no one that cares, and that why they think they can get away with it. Okay, we weren't getting away with anything. We were trying to stop you from hurting others. Yep, it's still going. Okay, so, oh yeah, we We have never had to tell Tracy to not use suppliers. When they took over, there was 10,000 plus in the bank. So how is it because of me? Kayla said, at this point, babe, they are so fixated on you, none of them actually know or care about what's happening. He goes, dude, I haven't even been part of anything for well over a month now. What the fuck? She says, exactly right, babe. But they are so fixed out on you for whatever reason. It's a constant battle. I said it last night in the meeting. We all need to move forward and the exec team need to start acting like a team. Well, I don't remember that, but a good exaggeration, I guess, she's got going again. I'm pretty sure that would have been written in the minutes. How about they check them, huh? So, yep, I said today, plus it wasn't me paying bills, so how the fuck is it my fault? She says, babe, I don't know, but I'm done at this point with everything. Oh, at this point, even trying to hold an event, it's a nightmare. She says, babe, I don't know what to do. Yeah, and she goes, oh God, yeah, but hey, I'm the problem. I'm not even fucking a part of the shit. She may not have been a part of the shit, but she was causing the shit. But like I said, I will give Kayla tomorrow credit for this round because she actually showed us, and this is how we learnt about Kayla. She says, now after Tamara received the email about her complaints about her, Kayla twice said to Tamara that she had honestly not put in a complaint about her, but yet we just showed you that she did. Kayla goes on to say, I promise I haven't put in a complaint. Well, Kayla, your promises mean fuck all. Kayla also said she was speechless as to why she was getting the complaints emailed in the first place, even though Kayla was all part of it. Kayla, along with her many dog faces, shows you how she bites and then cries wolf to make you feel better or feel sorry for her bullshit that she caused. This was some trap I found myself in and was blindsided, as she knows how to play her cards, and very well. Kayla was so excited to have this position as canteen manager, yet for some reason she is telling Tamara a total different story as shown in the messages that I just showed. So, in proving how Kayla can be a liar, that she just showed Kayla's a liar. These comments between Kayla and Tamara are denied by Kayla, as I showed her these messages in canteen, and she straight out lied to my face. She said that Tamara had sent them all to herself and just put Kayla's name to make it look like they were talking to each other. She even gave me a demonstration by changing her husband's account and sending him a message under the new name she changed it to. She tried to trick me, thinking I was stupid. She definitely had a lot to learn. I continued to volunteer in the canteen every day, helping Kayla with Ian, helping when he could. Ian also helped on Friday afternoons with the end of week calculations to balance the book. It was coming up to Father's Day, and we helped Kayla with the roster for the canteen, as it was going to be a busy day, with not just being on a Friday, which was the canteen's busiest day, but it was also the Father's Day barbecue with stalls, and the school was doing the book week parade as well. In the canteen, there was me, Ian, and a friend of Kayla's who had also been helping in the canteen each day. Kayla planned a roster for who she wanted working with her in canteen, and who she wanted to control the stores along with the barbecue, as that was her job being the chairperson. Kayla placed me in the canteen as I was the only volunteer that was able to work the register. Everything was done, rostered, sorted, and Kayla was happy with her decisions. The roster got posted out on Monday before the Father's Day on that Friday. A few days later, the roster is then reposted out again, but changed. Ian and I are no longer in the canteen, and we were replaced with Ellie, who Kayla stated stressed her out as she kept stuffing up orders by miscounting with not just one or two, but almost 20 food items for lunch orders. And she was also taking over Kayla's job with marking off the lunch orders in count. Then stand around on her mobile all day, watching it instead of racing around getting food served at the window. Of course, Denny was placed in the canteen as well. Mind you, Denny has never worked in the canteen ever. So why did Kayla punish herself on the busiest days with lazy people? According to Kayla, she had not spoken to Denny since Monday and via chat message only. But according to Denny, she had spoken to Kayla about the changes. So while in the canteen, Kayla is saying no, she doesn't want the changes, but then telling Denny something totally different. I have a pic here. Here. I said, I'm just turning to Ian and Denny's chat. They was saying, I was staying out of it as I needed time out. Apparently Denny is saying you're lying. So this was to Kayla, so it's Kayla's message. And I do have this message, but I'll read it to you in the end. But this is what I had showed Kayla, well, what I said to her. I said, that was last night's message. I blocked Denny and deleted her off my phone. And I'm not sure if I'll be dressing up and staying tomorrow. So we dressed up with the kids for Book Week Parade. Then Kayla sends me this message stating she's going to go with the original updated roster that was made. So the second one that was made. She goes, let's go with the updated roster, and if I need extra help, I can always call for more help with the store. Not starting until 11:40, there should be plenty of hands to help. I want this to fall on her shoulders when this goes belly up. On her shoulders. So she's referring to Denny's shoulders here. So she's stating that when it all goes wrong with this new roster that she's done, then Denny's going to suffer with it. So my question is, why the fuck did Kayla lie to us? Making us believe through tears and in the canteen, because she cried about this, that Denny was controlling her roster when she did it herself. And with the way she carried on, upset me, as she was my best friend. I spoke up for her. To only be stabbed in the back and made out to be the biggest fool in looking out for her, when she caused all of this to start with. This caused our biggest fight with the executives. Ian then asked in the chat, I just want to know who's telling the truth. He never got a response. Instead, he got a useless statement instead from Denny. His question was never answered. Surprise, surprise. What is this one here? When she said she changed it, I said I personally don't care. I don't feel like I want to be part of her shit or anything that she's involved in. I really had enough of Denny, but we will get into that soon anyway. Not on this podcast, of course, not this part. She goes, I totally understand and feel that, babe. I really do. My head is doing backflips right now, and I feel like, what's the point? Bullshit, right? Bullshit. This was the message that Ian was asking. She says, so are you saying you spoke to Kayla about the changes to the volunteer list before it was posted? So this was in the exec meeting. He says, I just want to know who's telling the truth. You do know we are a team and we should consult any changes as a team. She goes, yeah, this is correct. I've been stating this for quite some time, but nevertheless, as stated, we are separate to the canteen and we need to focus on the event and not the canteen. There is a manager for that, and the appropriate consultations have been done accordingly. I will see everyone tomorrow. She goes, and Ian said, no, They haven't. The canteen committee as whole was not consulted. So how hard is it to tell the fucking truth? Both Denny and Kayla just fucking lied so much. It caused the biggest rift between us all. The biggest rift. Anyway, so tune in for the next podcast because I'm up, my timer is up. I promise it won't be too far away. All right. Take care for now.